Okay. We are live online. Kamula, good evening. We don't come back today, me and me Hamburging Paddy, Mr. Imran today. And we'll continue from where we been stopped last week. We are coming again to start the same discussion because we believe one of the things we will need at this material moment if we get to save we country, or make the people them know the truth. Without the truth, we go deteriorate into another crisis because for some people, especially the one that they call themselves politicians, then gladly will country in this crisis, and then the benefits. But we don't want that because at the end of the day, now the people of Sierra Leone, they suffer. Nothing good, not a come out, but all within the bishop. Hardship, they kill people them. Disease, they kill people them. A lot of things they go wrong. In them, not get better chance for educating themselves because no equipment needed. Teachers, they know they get good wage, so they're not able to do them. Hospital, the same thing. Equipment's not there. Nurses and doctors, now they get any encouragement for feel happy for do their work. This is the kind of country we want. If we don't want that, let we go in pursuit of the truth. There are certain truths about Sierra Leone where we need to know. If we know them, all this fat, hate, and cause go down. But let not hold on to the floor too long. Let I give my brother chance, let greet una. Mr. Ture, the floor is yours, son.
Pambule minakabo plenty kushetuna. I agree with me, brother, and I want to tell and thank you, and I also appreciate them for the good work where they do. They take a time for dive into the issues them where they affect with people them nasalo. Now only man we get that commitment, that devotion, that determination for a country, a progress will only do that. So thank you, my brother. But Fambulem, una say for the watch, I will say the same to una. Una thank you for the interest, the love when una the show to them program there. Because una say one for suck knowledge. Because knowledge, I can tell people them it's a like sponge. It is suck water. And we all get for make ourselves look like sponge. So we will suck knowledge for make we get the growth where we need. Fambulem, my brother, no lie where it talk will say the truth. Now set we free. We need for be truthful to ourselves, sincerity, honesty. Now a very decent characteristics where we for try for get now we lives them for make we go able grow the way we for grow. The brother not the word that.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, Pambul them, because we start 1 hour late as we supposed for don't start since 9 o'clock. But there are certain things where we're not able to avoid because we get commitments, we get responsibilities, commit. But apart from that, we believe Sierra Leone a bigger commitment for we all because what in do, if we not try for make we get waiting for correct now we country, if we not try for make we do things how for do them, we lost that country. And this country now a place where it get a small population. We country in size, a small pass Boku cities in the world. Even inside West Africa, Lagos gets more people pass we. Lagos is about 18, 19 million people. This now, I mean, it looks something. Kinshasa in Congo get 23 million people. What's in the population of Salon? What's in the population? What's make that country difficult for develop? A country where every district gets something for offer in people then. If we not get minerals there, we must get agricultural potential. We get young population. We get fishing potentials. Today I've been read a document where states say the raw annual turnover from fishing. When I say raw, I mean when you fish the fish, you export them. You know, do no value addition. You understand? The raw one, the annual potential is about $735 million per annum. If you add value per annum, let's say you make sardine, you clean the shrimps, you package them, you do other things them. We are talking about an industry that has a potential of over $1 billion per annum. Then I see people and they dance and curse on social media for waiting 400 million from MCC. We really thinking in Sierra Leone, Imran?
What I will not even pass ourselves na 20.
Who left the passam? Do we need MCC?
No, we don't. We don't. Then grant business there within the waiting. You know that then country here where you take grants. It's all like where you file for bankruptcy. Then they you know that because you become untrustworthy. And if you're not trustworthy, you know they get loans. So
yes.
The reality
and,
is,
I don't know, Usai. Now not cut you off, sir. Finish
grants
what
na
you say.
we're not able for pay, for in own basic this and that. So when you begin to ask for grants, straight away, they say you are strapped. And when you're strapped and desperate, then go give you conditions. If we give you this money,
yes,
you're not
if you
able to
can't
do this,
feed
you're not able
yours,
to do
you
that.
go big to neighbor, they give condition.
Exactly. You're not go do this, you're not go do that. You're not able to do that. Like for instance, when one can give you some money, then tell we for take the how you call ourselves, the cushion where they put per rest. You remember where World Bank want for give money?
No, well, it starts with if we can run for be realistic, because these are the truths that we need for make the people know. Way back in late 1980s, when we contribute or to say we're not able to run them, let President Momo being get for talk to certain people and say, talk to Dr. Jim Fona, because in the work in a World Bank and the institutions, they like go talk to them. When Dr. Jim Fona approached them, because by then he was working for the World Bank, they say, okay, we go listen to you. But we get certain conditionalities where the country for fulfill.
Exactly.
One of the conditionalities, until we say, we for move from one party state to multi-party. Then until we say for begin build institutions, we go make we get the mentality for be tolerant enough law be democratic. Because you see, one thing we need to get clear, where a few people they confuse the majority of the Sierra Leonean masses with, then they mix up multi-party politics with democracy. And the biggest lie when they tell people in Sierra Leone is, we've been getting democracy. We have never had democracy in Sierra Leone.
No.
We had political pluralism.
Yeah.
We've been getting political pluralism, but with system of governance has always been an autocratic one. And now they grow today into an impunity system where they lead we into crisis we will not forget. We have to understand them basic facts here. These are the truths that the politicians are not telling the people. And Usai Salon don't reach a day above politics. I can be member of the APC. That no means say the APC in issue for the above Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is bigger than all of us. If you are president of Sierra Leone, I will say Sierra Leone big past you. And that you are a servant of the country. You are not the demigod in the country. You go for behave as one, you go for treat the people them like that. Why are they take this length for make all this explanation? There is a new tradition building in Sierra Leone where for stop. That tradition say, Uda de na power, ekidwa elect.
You know, they challenge
With
government.
all the things where then they talk about Shaka Stevens.
Don't forget this one. You know,
one
they
thing
challenge
where
government.
I respect. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
They challenge government.
One thing where I respect Shaka Stevens for, because I was sensible at the time when Shaka Stevens began rule salon at the secondary school. Are they say it done in rule? By then I had started working. So nobody not go lie but Shaka Stevens to me. He was not a perfect man. I know the whole brief for him. But I know say, even though he had his way, but he was not that man who will take decisions without consultation. 90% of the people today would claim say they're SLPP. 90% of the people today would tell the people of Sierra Leone say na Shaka Stevens spoil Sierra Leone. They were party to the decisions making at the time of Shaka Stevens.
Everywhere
He
was
consulted
represented.
them.
Everywhere was represented.
Yes, he consulted them.
Mm-hmm.
He never took decision on his own. Now, after Shaka Stevens come on power, we'll go into that stupid war. Now begin see people and they do how they like. Now, they don't take we to a situation where some of we not be ever know the situation of tribalism. Growing up in Sierra Leone, we've been happy for the mix with ourselves. We'll be happy for learn each other's language. But today, it's like it is a curse to belong to an ethnic group. And then with the claim say Sierra Leone was the Athens of West Africa. What happened to that Athens? Did we throw it into the bush? Why is it that the political and intellectual classness alone not for behave like civilized people? What are they gaining from all this thing that is happening? Who benefits? Every day you go hearing new events in Sierra Leone. They create crisis by day for deviate the people their attention. And even them we sit on power, they're not able to do anything. Because if you get for govern the people, the first thing we forget now the trust of the people.
Very important.
If you don't have the trust of the people, then you cannot govern them. Not the way you take gun, beat person, kill them, you they get trust. In fact, now the opposite you they get, they hate you. In Pekin, and they hate you. In Fambul, and they hate you.
And the two things that were important for make you able to get the trust, now fairness and truthfulness.
With tolerance.
Yes.
Tolerance.
Yes.
Those three. Because those three are the things that build a democratic society.
People have to feel safe around you.
Get clear again, Imran. Where they overemphasize certain things Even though they're necessary, but they are not the key to change. It looks like Salon, all the emphasis now is about law, 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 law. Do you know why this too much emphasis on law?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Mm-hmm.
We also break the psychology. Now, with psychology in our society, now ain't wrong. Any side we see them, they overemphasize law, autocratic in thinking, did they?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Impunity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where people are democratic, the law is not overemphasized. The law is respected because the first thing about democracy is it creates mutual respect. And as long as people mutually respect each other, they comply with the laws of the land. They are not forced to obey the laws of the land. This kapu kapu book where people learn sabi, we must adhere to rule of law. Rule of law is only when the people trust you. The law is only a law when trust is in the middle of its use. Where there is no trust, the law is just ordinary words on paper. Because the more they try to force people to obey the law, the more then they go against them. So if we are looking at the criminals in society now, the first set of people who get for begin tell say, when I stop criminalizing society, now they want them in governance. If they create ethical standards, we go build trust, then crimes will go down. But if you we forget the standards, we for be the example, they be the example, they expect the ordinary man for obey the law, crime they go up.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's overemphasize the law. The law has always been there, just like you have laws in the scriptures. But how many of us are obeying those laws? Bible and Quran tell we not for bamboo. Bamboo na style na salon.
La lifestyle.
Bible and Quran tell we that, but bamboo na style.
La lifestyle.
Fooling who?
Mm-hmm.
We get for behave better. We get for think better. We get for learn for better.
You see, then here what you talk about. So these are basic fundamentals. What are they? Truthfulness, sincerity, fairness, transparency, tolerance. It make people relax with you.
Yes.
And when they are absent, people feel threatened. And when they feel threatened, then it bring them come to an edge. Then the edgy. Like for instance, we go outside, we go walk. Let's say, I bring me team car who can walk to you. You carry me go inside, you give me money. I come on now, I do. I put the money in my pocket. I come and I might give it small thing. No. I begin to count the money inside my pocket. The pool, you have 5 pounds. I put my hand back inside. I count inside the pocket. You have 3 pounds. You have people are going to wonder. Almost left inside the pocket.
Trust.
Yes, almost left inside the pocket. Transparency go work well there. Where I come out, I come, look at the money with this man give. This is the receipt. This is what happens. Okay. Now 20 pounds. Now we almost there. Now we 5. Well, now me coordinate, now me do all thing. Now me get the contract. Me go get 6 pounds. They go divide it within how una see. They say, well, fair enough, will not be nobody's job, bruh. So we not go
They
mind.
say, okay, add something for we, because
Exactly.
we say for one forget equal share.
Well, exactly what you talk, so it make them feel say they are a stakeholder, they are valued.
Exactly. If the people are able to participate in their welfare without use of force, without impunity, then things will begin to work.
Exactly. Then that means to say they don't feel threatened. And when they don't feel threatened, then they relax. And when they relax, you don't create waiting with man
So
called
only
ambiance.
relax. When people
Yes.
feel threatened, like what you they talk so, the first one you go scot-free. The next one, you know what thing they happen? When you say when I go work, they're not they worried, you know, the materials and they begin peel for themselves. Then the job not they done. We are the ones creating criminals in society.
You know what
We
I
begin
notice?
accept that.
You know what I
Bad
notice?
governance creates criminals in society.
I observe something by picking them when they're small. Even with me, I'm picking them when they're small. You know that the first thing we picking the land? Rebellion. The first word with the commander they want. If you don't forget now, no. No. No.
Exactly.
You know? So every human being
Do you
gets
know
that
why? Before they go
rebellion.
before, while we answer that question.
Yes.
Do you know why we think it's rebellion? It's not rebellion.
Yeah.
It is natural in us for be free spirits.
Yeah.
Even religion attests to that. They may not have said it in the same way, but that issue of free will to determine what we want and what we don't want is a natural, or if you want, you call it a divine part of we.
Now, which man called autonomy.
Yes.
The right to choose.
The right to choose.
Yeah.
Because even the force or the power we create, it give it that free will.
Give it a
That's
free will.
why
Exactly.
I always say God is the first democrat.
Exactly.
Free will. When you allow them in a society, you they assist the law for be efficient.
My brother from
Especially, Usa, you were there before they be the example for people for follow.
Usa Midinaya, from where I can at this country, I don't see governments to implement policies. Many of them policies they like one with them they call pull tax. The people are not want time. Then do a U-turn. That is not weakness.
Yes.
That is not a weakness. That is not weakness at all. That is to show that then they listen to the people because power they now the hands of the people.
Exactly.
Now that you work for. If you go so close to Taylor, you tell the Taylor what you want, or you go to a barber, you tell her the style what you want. It gives you something else. You go the back. You go the back.
What they go do it? Because
we get this mentality where don't they in we because even we homestead where we grow up. We homestead where we grow up. Now so we parent them.
Sorry, we don't lost Mr. Toure. Go can join way back. On allow game time, like come for connect back. But as I've been they say, there are certain truths we need for begin accept in Sierra Leone. If we accept them, then we will able to build Sierra Leone. If we don't accept them, well, we'll continue under the dog eat dog, babu monkey style. At the end of the day, none of us will prosper. None of us. Because if you go sit down in politics, we guess don't come back.
Okay,
if you go sit down in politics, all time you day on edge for thief money and go keep other side. It prosper you. If it's not go sit down in politics, I'll be president. I say, okay, today I don't take $100 million.
It starts from the home. It starts from
now
the home.
Just make this point,
okay,
sir.
Okay, Daddy.
If I be president, I tell the people and say, I don't take $100 million today. I they go open factory but me na shareholder. The balance is there with you now get them. It's more different than if I they go thief money for can't keep overseas, all time pass I get bodyguards around me. If I take that money, I go invest them na Kailaon. The people in CCA, then get jobs for do. To God, I go work on that street na Kailaon. Nobody know they run after me.
Well, now because the one for develop waiting me they call the water dog syndrome, where you know say where dogs the worker, it is before then all the picking and the fall around. So
Well,
if you take
maybe.
a wrong curve, all man bend at the wrong curve. If you fall inside the lake, all man fall inside the lake. You know, this is the mentality, and it starts from the home. And remember, almost when we get papa them, where they ask you whose style you want, where you go for go bab. Me daddy just they go tell the baba say, daddy just pull all thing. That's why I can cry.
When I
You know,
alone be they give you for pull all
you know. So when somebody they as an authority, we don't install that mentality. Say now you they in charge, now you for make decisions, and nobody not for question. And I
This
get
is one of the
something.
problems we have.
Yeah, I get something totally disagreeable with that. Even me picking them, I make that decision with me picking them. You know, me not celebrate back there. I don't celebrate, but I'm not interested in back there. But I did make sure say me picking them way born at them place there. Then grow up with that.
Celebrate
That is the culture when they
assist
know.
them to do
Exactly. So I did support them for do what I want for do. But we don't get this kind of mentality in our home. You come back to school, now the same thing. When they ask you question, you not sabi, you team up. Then they beat you because you not sabi. The teacher not go try for ascertain what you not understand. You see, this is a whole process, like a conveyor belt.
You
It just not happen how we can here.
the very root of the problem now they hit on so.
You know?
That's
So
right. The very root of the problem now they hit on.
I remember where I small, I know they eat potato leaf. I don't like potato leaf. That is the beat what I see. Not for eat potato leaf.
By force.
The beat what I see not for eat potato leaf. Then my granny when I even go school. One day he come, pen we, my mama the banter. You go eat them. You go eat them. Then the mommy say, no, you not go force them for eat what you know and eat.
Yes, why? Why?
But it's a what thing they go do you for let you before you put the potato leaf, you pull some of the alagba. Pull them aside for the bobo. Why you they beat them? You talk with them for make you know why you not like him. It's not beat them again, no. Me and you go alone. Now I mean I free me for that thing there. So the whole thing why they try for talk about now, yeah, the whole system na the society is authoritarian. Can you imagine you got picking a belly? Sometimes now a first experience. And we set up on the parents, then we all do on a corner. Then go disgrace them, then go beat them, then go holla panam, damage his self-confidence, damage, because
that's the most stupid thing, some of the most stupid things so they do. So we
exactly. So what they try for saying here is we they talk say we get democracy. As you rightly say, I want to go back to Usa Ukomodo, we not digress too much. We not ever get, we get party plurality. Because democracy, even the show within una party una day. Because every party in the society.
Party, yes. Democracy now a social behavior.
Yes.
Even the party you don't talk so, if we society been democratic, they're not been for the duam. Democracy is about collective choice.
Yes.
That is, we all deny what person elect, una allow them for make you get access to them. It's for the people, by the people, and to the people.
For the people.
The wish of the people. It's not the choice of the people, it's the wish of the people.
And
it's a difference between choice and wish. Elections is about choice.
And the people again right to fire.
Determination of a country. The economic progress of a country is the choice of the people.
And the people then get the right to hire and fire. Because at the area people yes. Them, hey, you got to wait till elections. No.
if you get anybody where you vote for, if they in power, it get fundamental responsibilities for meet the criteria them where they set for that
We
person.
vote for them.
If that person they fail in their waiting and they, it is clear that one of the people get the right for resist them and remove them.
Yes,
At
they can
any
pass a vote
time
of
of the cycle.
non-confidence.
At any time of the cycle.
Exactly.
Because then rights them the way, now the rights them way we they talk about, now your natural freedom, your life, your right to life, freedom of speech, your life to choose who that they rule you, who that not for rule you. If those criteria are not met, then criteria, then they call them inalienable rights. Now rights that way you know they negotiate for. Anybody where they in power will fail in facilitating, because you are a facilitator. Let me tell you something. I mean, I talked to somebody the other day. He said, hey, politics bad. I say, politics not bad. Politics not a tool. Politics is meant to create a better society. Politics is there for let it improve we lives. Politics is there for let we all come together and be included inside one pot. That we work as a family. I said, politics is a tool. It's a tool.
Politics is about having a group of people for guide each individual in society, let use and get maximum benefit from in talent.
Yes. So, as I say, a tool. Like in any tool, if you go to the wrong hand, it kill people. Like for instance,
left not dangerous.
Left not dangerous if you use it the right way. But if you give Christmas, they kill people. Shovel, they make them for dig. If you use them as a gardening tool, it's very useful. It give you yield. Now you crop when you plant. But if you go to Christmas hand, it go whap post in a head, it scatter a head, it get a brain hemorrhage, it kill him. But that is not the same with politics.
Screwdriver.
Yes.
These are all things that are not dangerous.
They are not dangerous.
But if they go to the wrong hand, see, they become very dangerous.
But the same with politics. Politics now, when you go to the wrong hand, it turns to a weapon. Like what's in the go to Sierra Leone, they don't weaponize them. Now, if I not like you, now they use for damage you. Rather, it was designed for us to use for create jobs. Then give you for let you improve the people and quality of life. Then give you for let you provide better services for the people. But now, you they use them for do the contrary. People that
we they use them now for enslave the people.
Yes. This is the trouble.
Hold on, we all say now with man care slavery in Africa. Now we are the slave masters.
No.
Now
then Then you know side bad back. You know for complain no.
Free.
When I
the
say
slave has no rights to complain.
Yeah. When I say Jom, you for say how high, sir. You not for say anything otherwise.
You don't even need to ask that. Because it's a slave master situation.
Yes. Now you get a democratic system. In a democratic system, everybody is relevant because can they read them? I'm not gonna make it relevant.
We get democratic system.
It is your duty to make the people relevant.
Mr. Toure.
Yes, sir.
Do we have a democratic system or are we lying to ourselves that we have one?
We are lying to ourselves. We are deluding ourselves.
Make it clear.
We are deluding ourselves.
Stop these lies. Let's begin face the truth.
We are deluding ourselves. We get a few semblances. And one of the semblances have multi-party.
We don't even have a semblance of democracy.
Oh, not the word that.
If we had semblance of democracy, in the first place, we institutions them before they run well. Because where there is democracy, those elected to run a country will allow institutions and systems to work. Where there is autocracy, those elected to run a country will stifle the institutions and system because it's to their advantage for them to be in control. In a democracy, the politician not only in control, he is only there to supervise and maybe make policies. In the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister does not do the job of the permanent secretary, does he?
No, that is not his specialty.
In Sierra Leone, we have seen presidents doing the job of an office clerk. Yes, by the way, then they act.
Yep.
If you're not there, no decision not will be made.
You know, when we talk about this, sometimes it can so demon me. Somebody called me the other day. Now they say to me, Imran, the opposition, not they do this. The opposition, not they talk. Now I tell them, I say, my friend, there are basic fundamental rules who get to understand how corrupt system they work. I say, a bad system does not appear wrong to those who are benefiting from it.
Yes.
It's not wrong.
Whether they are in opposition or governance,
or
if
not,
they are benefiting, it's right.
They're not the oppose them. In fact, then they defend them. Then prepare for die for them at the detriment of the people. And that this will happen as Sierra Leone. Most of them people are on APC, they are beneficiaries. They're handing at the team.
Plenty of them. Plenty
Then they
of them.
enjoy. And then they eat
So they don't care about the people.
Then they eat sirloin steak. Then they eat rump steak. Then they eat T-bone steak. Then they eat fillet steak. Then they eat eye rib steak. All the steak, and then they eat them without bone. It is sleepful.
Not go far. Not go far. Parliament gets a canteen or a cafeteria. If the people of Sierra Leone want to know the truth, let them find out almost the cafeteria they make per month. Then they will see that they are suffering whilst a few people are having it all.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. You know, we don't reach you side. We get to create that level of awareness. Let the people then know, say, now then get the power. And the power has to work for them. We're not to tell nobody for go make coup or go jump for cause trouble. But the one way you elect, then you understand, say, you are no longer going to be subjected to him. Now, him for be subjected to you. This bra, bra mentality now need for take off the populace. There are no powers and no bras. We're all now citizens of Sierra Leone. And now begin to respect each other.
Like, for instance, the APC party now, the one that when they talk was say, no, we have to make some internal changes. They are a problem. They hates the leader. Oh, they are haters. Because you don't decide, say, I know they do orthodox. I want us to have a debate. Let we come to a consensual understanding where we need to be or where we need to go. My brother, now Labour Party, what we get now, Labour Party get left, you get right. Then you get people in the middle.
Even the Conservative Party, they get socialist then they.
Yes, they get right, they get left, they get middle. And everybody when they win elections in the society here, not to the right and the left extreme.
Balance. You go for balance.
The one in the middle.
You go for balance.
Yes.
Yes.
The one in the middle. Well, we now yonder. Yeah.
If you are not here, you are there.
No, you got to be there. If you know that you're not the enemy, you are either with me or you are against me.
Or against me.
That kind of mentality there is very primitive. Now,
it's worse than primitive because even the animal in the bush not they behave so.
Oh. Well, the guys are charlatans. Who is the charlatans? The person when they engage by deceptive practices. That is what they all do. Where you go, remember like that man when they play card, you take this, you win, you take this, you win, you make come. He finger you. You know they ever win that card?
After the card.
Yeah.
They hit me money 2 times for that in there. You remember first time? Now I call this place na Kisi Municipal.
Yes.
They may go field, the football field. Then they rent bicycle there. Then we go there, get them on speed, then get you and get card and voting. Well, one time we get small money, we take to stroll from Frobe Road, we walk out, can't pass that bridge. The actual issue was that bridge was being crossed by Akram in Patianda, that railway bridge. We not been get railing. Pass you get mind for cross that bridge there. Well, now we self be they go for go make bravado. We cross, we go inside Kisi dockyard. We they meet them, whether they rent bicycle, we go round. Then one time we go to meet and they play that game, they last say, go try me luck. How you see the man, they make the cat, anyhow you smart for look, they fool you.
Forget
But
you.
these are all experiences. And
The
all that
first game, it allows you
sitting
for
back and watching, you remember you ask yourself, say, where are we headed for as a country? Where are we headed for? Why is it that since independence, we not ever sit down and call a national conference, say, now we don't get here now. What do we go do now make this place a better place? They will tell you about Bintumani 1, Bintumani 2, this and that. The only conference was to say, they get a little bit of semblance on about the economic and social emancipation of Sierra Leone. That one with them in call, I don't know where it 2008 or 2009, I don't remember the year again. That conference on economic transformation, where them been do during an escromine term, have been to money. I don't know if you remember that conference day, because I think it was 2009 or 10. I did write some paper I sent there, which was read and adopted. Other groups them send papers, then the issue of decentralization, then kind of thing they been come up. That was the first time I believe say we don't ever talk as a nation on how can we transform our country. Politics does not transform a country. It only drives the policies of the country.
One of the ways them way they go do that now through devolution. Then get for decentralized power.
Are we
because
ready
you
to
see,
do that?
The politicians them where become the head of state, they get too much power. The local people are not
get power to them. Imran.
When we give them too much power, we get for
now
take some of the power back. We get for take some of the power back. Now make we need devolution, where every locality, like for instance, Lozar gets iron ore. They don't pull iron ore all the year there. But watching Lozar don't benefit from the iron ore where they come out under the nose.
Okay,
they don't have anything to say.
Port Local district get iron ore, then get bauxite.
Well,
what has the district benefited from that metal or those metals that has been mined even before independence by Delco onto this time?
Now the central government, they make all the decisions and everything, and just they can't come mine and take.
And how much is the central government getting from it?
And the central government itself, no, they get better because the person where they negotiate, now they say, well, all right. And they tell them for say, now 50 points you pay me. The balance 150 points put on my account, Ubayanda. You know? And then the happen, we know that.
All them balance, they were they put in their accounts.
When you get a leader, like how me they so, I don't get I take office. I don't even get bench. Then as I take power, so I begin to build 10-story house. What did I tell you? Something is not right. You don't need anti-corruption for know that. Even in anti-corruption, a waste of money. We get police. We get police. Then for audit, when they audit, then send a report to the police. The police do the investigation because nobody supposed for take for the resources. We're supposed to go for water supply. We're supposed to go for electricity. We're supposed to go for education, for enriching himself, make a good life for himself. Look at seeing at this
Something
country.
you will believe. This country, Norway, by virtue of proper management, is the richest country on earth.
Yeah.
But because of the wealth of the country, no means say boy jalo grab no more. You go buy 5, 10 house. You have to know my source of income. As a matter of fact, I know they take money from outside Norway. I bring them into the banking system where they not verify saying the money where I earn through clear paths. I use them for anything in this country. Secondly, for you to have a house in this country, you don't pay cash down, you mortgage it. And you cannot mortgage it from private income. It's a loan from a bank. Okay? And a bank, they give that loan. If even you get money, now the bank, they give the money as loan for the house. So it's not possible for corrupt people to buy houses in Norway. Of course, they allow you for build the house. But you know, they build and like how they build Osianda. If you get land, you can build your own house, but it has to be by a recognized company. And that company, whatever money they put into that company for build the house, it get for be from a non-criminal source. What make they say this? It's not possible. Let anybody come to this country or grab to this country within 1 year, you don't build 2 trios or buy 2 trios. It's not possible. Because you know the under income will they allow you for do that within that period. In Sierra Leone, you go see man today, we not been getting nothing. The minute they make a minister, 6 months down the line, you don't build 2 house. And the people clap for that. God help them.
No, if you're in a place where they thief, then they admire you. Yeah, but this boy get luck. They get mass. Man, they pray to God forget that job.
The problems in our society will need for address.
They get mass.
These are the problems that we need to address. Not to be politics wrong. But when politics wrong, go, yeah, I did the problem there.
Even with woman.
And until we change this, a lot of things not a change.
Even when woman they pass, a company they say, hey, God, this girl here, he mama be work for him. Then say he gets good money, man, when they work for him. Now all the money man they want.
And company they admire him. The more man able better himself.
The company they admire him. I'm telling you, say, hey, God, this girl here.
If I been get the power for be more man, I mean first they get boku money. You can't meet me now, don't gentry. I tell you, say, well, now the magic I use for gentry.
Well, not so you money they do for the now. The money man now when you go to them, when you see don't know more. A police have your laptop, a Google. Anyway, talking about this, you know, what thing you feel to say with people like in the talk, because at the end, it's plenty things with all the things where they happen in our country. And the people like talk say, this person not patriotic. And I can wonder, so they can come with the most outrageous thinking when they talk about patriotism. It's not patriotic. That means If you condemn, you're not patriotic. So, my brother, I wonder we talk about what you mean by patriotism. Because I feel to say...
Before we talk about patriotism, I want us to look at the social psychology now with society. Let us look at the present generation. Let me look at the past generation, starting from 1980 upwards to 1960s. If we are talking about patriotism, and if we are condemning people for not being patriotic, I believe say it is justifiable for make we say all the people between 1980 and 1960, women don't grow, mature, and take part in the society, they were not patriotic enough. Because they were the people who were supposed to lay the foundation for nation building. Instead, they became very selfish, self-centered. But if we talk about that generation from 1980 to now, when they look at patriotism, I will excuse them. You know what, Imeka, they excuse them? Most of them, then they use them words and they don't know the real meaning. One. Two, most of them are damaged goods. I don't care whether I tell you get PhD or not. Psychologically, they are damaged. They were damaged by a stupid war they never asked us for. Okay? That 10 years war, the biggest damage we caused to Sierra Leone, now the psychological fabric we hold we together. And after the war, nothing was done by the way of post-war trauma healing. All the monies that was pumped into Sierra Leone for rehabilitation, we only saw material things. You see, that's another thing that we have to change. Development is not a material condition.
Nope.
It's a human condition. When you get the correct psychology, you get the correct way of thinking, way of doing things, the people will improve their mode of living, they would improve their standard of living. It's not roads and bridges that make development.
It's not
when I came to Norway in 2003, when I came to Norway in 2003, close to me here, we used to have a ferry to cross. A bridge was only built when one of the most beautiful bridges now, recently, less than 8 years ago. We paid toll for it. Now it's cleared. The Nordoland Bridge is about 2,000 meters long. Before now, there was a ferry running. Inside the last 5 years, now in Norway undertake a lot of infrastructure. And Norway had started since 1800. What have been the first thing they concentrate on? Building the capacity of the human resource.
Yes.
They make sure, say, everybody go school, go university, and not a catch head. And up till now, as I speak, that's the condition, except if you don't want. So now we can get some of them things here straight. The generation after 1980, where now then they mean forcefully recruit for go become rebels. The younger ones who were born within that 10 years, we're not then are the young adults today. We have to understand the way they think, then we'll get for able to make compromise with their way of thinking. For them, what is patriotism is different from me and you, what we understand growing up in a Sierra Leone that was different at that time. If we are talking about patriotism, let us, the elder ones, take the blame. We have never been patriotic. I'm not excluding myself. Okay?
Well, waiting and notice. All what you talk, you are correct. Totally correct. I agree with you entirely. Now, this deception where you don't pick up. In fact, now you make her aware of the deception where they go on our country. You made my head cleared up.
And that deception is coming from my generation.
Yeah. So what did I don't do? Then the engineer, the people them thinking deceptively. Like the word itself, patriotic, that not somebody where they obey, where they follow.
Because abide by what they want is unpatriotic.
Yeah, you're not patriotic. Because the word itself, it is not about a person. It's about the word itself come from a Greek word, patrias. That is patriarch. When I say patriotic, that means love for the fatherland.
Yes.
That now love for your country, not for your ruler,
not your party,
not for your party,
not for your tribe,
not for your tribe.
Not for
now,
your region.
What is good
for the
that
country,
society in
they
general?
Put premium on.
And you see, what thing can happen? Usaya can understand. We make her understand. I just make her thank God for this habit where I get working. They go in Congo, so they look here, they look here, they look here, they look here. I see when the Second World War be go. The brother, listen to this. Listen to this. When the Second World War be they go, when fascism can't take over Europe, then they kill the French. The French then they resist, and the head of the resistance, that be Charles de Gaulle, in the fight for the freedom, for free France from Germany. Now they indefine patriotism because let me get the problem. What they get now nationalism, German nationalism. Extreme nationalism, it's bad. So now they make a definition. That is Charles de Gaulle. He said patriotism is when love of your own people comes first. Then you go, nationalism is when hate for people other than your own comes first.
Let me hold it there. Let me ask you.
Yes.
Do you realize that those people in Sierra Leone preaching tribalism, they are the same as the nationalists who
This is why trouble. I brought it. You got it, my brother. That's what I brought it.
We will sit down and condemn people for being nationalists, racist, skinheads, but we are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What we know they get clear because we have been brought up in ignorance. And I don't care whether you get your PhD, if you don't understand some of these things, you're an idiot.
Because it distorts the definitions of things.
The Germans, for instance, the Germans are just a linguistic group. The French are another linguistic group. The Spanish, the Italian, the Danish, the Norwegian, the Swedish. These are all linguistic groups we have in Europe, a place with just a singular culture that has variations depending on the area you look at. The food in Europe is the same. When you go to France, they will give it some flour or some condiment and call it French cuisine. But it's the same way we cook it in Norway. Yeah. Using different condiments. Mm-hmm. Pizza is Italian. Today, it's global.
It's global, yeah.
Okay? But before it became global, it was European. Hamburger is German, but it was European because now fast food. Okay? The language is not then different. The mode of dressing are the same all over Europe with modifications.
Yeah.
Continental Europeans may put one color coat and different color trousers. The British, they like for wear the suit. And British are more akin to three-piece suit. But are the same coat and trousers.
Yep.
Now, these people have not called themselves tribes and called themselves French nation, German nation. They went to Africa and met people with similar cultures speaking different languages, then call them tribes. And say, well,
if that is the case, the Second World War was a tribal war.
It was the Germanic people trying to dominate the other people and create the European Union.
Which is hegemony, which is what is happening in Sierra Leone right now. And what did trouble me?
At the end of the war, they created the European Union, true or false?
Not that.
After the war, created the European Union.
Yes.
If we want to create something that will reflect our cultural commonality in Sierra Leone,
and
let's
diversity.
Put aside this tribalism and sit and discuss. Let's have a national conference.
Well, I feel free to talk about these things when I'm here with you. But you know, I don't go to many platforms because when I don't want to get involved in tribalism talk, but it's happening. It is visible.
It is everybody's right to belong to a linguistic group. I don't care whether you call them tribe or whatever. What they talking Timni, na right. Now they talking Mende, na right. Now they talking Kisi, na right. Now na Mampa, what they say Bami Sakao, na right.
Well, the same way.
What they say Wongeseke, na right.
The same way, the same deceptiveness now as the SLPP practice right through that last 5 years with a word called inciting.
Who is inciting who?
Well, the thing is, if I tell you to eat ice cream, according to SLPP, I don't incite you. But incite now only when you tell somebody to break the law.
Let's face the fact. Let's face the fact. Let we know begin talking in parables. When the SLPP took power in 2018, they came at a mass purge in the public sector. How was this done? It was based on surnames, not so?
Yep.
But do you know those guys got it wrong?
They did.
You know why they got it wrong? And even today, I mean, they talk to somebody where they tell me, but some discourse we get on Twitter, where somebody they talk say, the Camaras and this, that from the north. But we realize that a Camara born in Kailang, a Camara born in Pujao, a Camara born in Bombali, a Camara born in Tonkolili, a Mara in Kabbalah, they are all of the same DNA, irrespective of the language they speak today. Do we realize that the Kuroma of Pujao, the Kuroma of Tonkolili, are the same DNA, irrespective of the language they speak today?
Yep. And change location.
Do we realize that a soiree born in Pujao is the same as the soiree in Freetown and Cambia? That a Fofana who speaks Mende is the same DNA as a Fofana who speaks Timni?
Don't forget it to read them.
A Tarawali, and that's where I'm coming. A Tarawali, who is also the Touré, or the Traoré, or the Taki. They are the same DNA. Do we realize that?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. Ignorance. Now they do it today. Ignorance.
Well, let us stop talking about education, because education is not titles. It's your ability to understand who you are, your environment, and your fellow human beings.
Exactly.
If you don't know those things, then you are not educated.
You are not. You're not.
If you know them, you are educated.
You're not.
There are people in the villages up country who are more educated than most of us who went to university.
But you tell somebody for do something within the constitution. Like at the hearing people and they talk for say, are they by yourself for uprise? Are they by yourself for protest? Protest is in the constitution, so it is legal. It is a right. It's a fundamental right, and it is a right in any democratic society. When you talk about democracy,
It is not a
democracy,
right.
and
It is not a right in Sierra Leone.
Menu. It's a menu. Democracy is like a menu. Inside that menu,
it's not a right in Sierra Leone, Mr. Ture.
You know when.
Ask me why.
Why? Why shouldn't
because
it be?
Sierra Leone is not a democratic state.
You are correct. Because in a democracy,
Sierra Leone is an autocratic state that is being ruled by a few neo-colonialists who would want the system left by the British to continue because it favors them to be the masters and the masses should be the followers.
Because when they
this is what we've had since independence.
Even though I'm in charge, I go do and the people and go understand. I go explain to them. You make a decision, you want green, you sign paper. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the protectorate? Who signed for it? Who signed for it? Whenever they do the protectorate, just after 1885.
Because once you me know,
the chief did not sign.
There was a negotiation between Baibure of Kase, who was the mediator between the British and the other paramount chiefs in the protectorate.
It was the chairman.
British wanted to force him to go and get the other chiefs to pay taxes. He told them, I cannot assure you they will pay those taxes. Go and talk to the people yourselves. When the British went to the south, they started arresting the paramount chiefs and putting them on that wooden punishment thing.
Yes,
with the
alligator.
Yes.
So then they call it the
and
alligator.
This bring the revolt, we start the hot tax war. I have the report. There was a commission that was set up to look into the reasons for the hot tax war.
Well, not only happen so now, yeah.
I think I sent that report to you,
yes,
if you could remember.
I get that. Not only happen not so now today. Last Dumbuya say, wait a minute. You cannot be arresting people. This man, there is no evidence. This man is a lawyer. He don't examine everything, and he's the opposition administrator. He spoke about it just for speaking. Having an opinion. They invite an CID. Not to waiting the West Manami they do to the protectorate. Not so you just explain so.
The democracy, not for fool ourself.
Exactly. The same thing.
Now begin accept what's wrong and find ways for solve them. And I will tell you something. I'm not afraid to say it. If we continue down this lane, we create an ethnic war in Sierra Leone, it's going to be very devastating. It will be worse than Rwanda. You know why? You know why?
Tell me.
It will be a global devastation. You see, the intellectuals in Sierra Leone, they're so full of themselves that they know they look at things rationally.
No, they don't.
At this stage in my life, I don't care whether they like me or not. I say it as it should be said.
We get more ignorance within the academic class than the people who were illiterate.
Yes, Alvin Toffler said it, the man who wrote the book Future Shock. He said there'll come a time the illiterates are not those who cannot read and write. It's those who have learned, fail to unlearn, and relearn.
Correct.
Yeah?
That's correct.
Why they say if we go into any ethnic war will be globally devastating.
I cannot believe.
Following the confusion in the late 1990s in Sierra Leone, towards the end of the war, a lot of Sierra Leoneans traveled out. The United Nations Refugee Office became very active. A lot of people have been resettled outside Sierra Leone. Look at the Sierra Leone diaspora, the young generation. What you see and read in social media, now it traumatized people. 90% of the costs and
for me, what's in the pain me? Now, why do
just
you
finish this statement,
okay.
sir?
Okay.
Because I'm very much concerned about what is going wrong in my country. And I've decided that I'm going to say it as it should. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. A lot of people were resettled by the UNHCR. America been get a program what they call family reunification, where they resettle a lot of people. These people came traumatized. These people have grown into young adults. And then people here today, a few idiots in Sierra Leone, what they call themselves politicians, they use as cash cow. They'll come to the diaspora. They're not the kind of diaspora for say, what you go do, Lord go make we country. When election come, or when they get elect a political agenda, at the time they can't visit diaspora, they begin call all kind of funny meetings for raise money. And in the process of raising money, they preach hate. Then they intensify and institutionalize hate in the minds of people in the diaspora. I'll tell you something, Imran. If any war breaks out in Sierra Leone that is ethnic in condition, people in the diaspora will begin to kill themselves. This is something we have to watch. You know, to pursue the weightless something be, I say now so God mark. God know they mark nothing. Now we mortal man they mark them.
Well, this is the other thing back where so sad, the way they misuse religion. Because every little thing we have to bring religion, and most times religion not can be relevant in the discussions that we have. Because
now we create all the problems.
You know,
God has no business in what we do.
When God not take part in politics, anything we man-made, God
business. Read the Bible, read the Quran. It don't clearly tell we say, God say, I make una take control of this earth.
Of this earth, yes.
Whatever we do here, we have to do it with utmost ethical responsibility.
At the beginning, where he make all the animals, he make them before he bring we can last. What he say? He say, let we name them. He not name them for we. He say, let we name them.
Yes, that means that we're not the boss now.
And
if we're not able to behave that much responsibly,
well, then teach
if
we religion. But then tell we refuse for Yeri because most of that makes us jealous. Because then say we for the above sex, the angels there.
Yes.
Satan agree.
We are
he
above the angels.
That's why they kicked him out.
Mister, we are above the angels. You know why we're there above the angels? We get free will, where angels not get. And we are the only creation for now. We don't know if people in the other planets now, the universe, where people like a wheel. But now we are the only creation within the known universe we get the ability for use free will. If we misuse them, they will blame God. We are nothing but idiots.
Exactly. So Satan says the jealous we. Now that jealousy they make it so. Then we can now, with all waiting God give we refuse to take charge. We still let it down. Lord, we pray. It is so working.
No prayer is going to help us if we don't think properly.
For we. Now we they choose we own leader. You remember, even at the Bible, tell me the owner God they
Hold
read.
it there. Hold it there. Glad the way you bring this point about pray for good leader. Is Sierra Leone the only country in Africa where people pray?
Well, Africa they play pass all side of the world. Every junction they get mosque and church, but now Africa they people pass all. China where they know they worship God.
Yes. Now, easy make ask you this question. I have lived in Guinea-Conakry for 5 years. The Guineans, they're more religious than we see them. But look at Guinea. Since 1958, when they get independence to now, we can count the leaders there, not so? Ahmed Sékou Touré, Colonel Lansana Conte, you get Dadis Camara, you get somebody who comes briefly in between after that crisis. You get Alpha Conde, then you get Mamadi Doumbouya. 6, not so? Liberia, from the time we get sense to now, almost leader they don't get.
Tolbert, Tubman,
Tolbert,
Samuel
Doe, Charles Taylor, Johnson Sirleaf, upon where with the new leader, 7, not so? Salon, almost leader who don't get since independence. They're not past 12.
Samilton, Albert Magai, the first school, Joxin, then
the first school Brigadier Lansana.
Lansana,
then Joxin.
Yes. Then you get Bangura, you get Shaki, you get Momo, you get Strasser, you get Kaba, you get Johnny Paul.
No, Madabio.
Yeah, Madabio, yes.
After Strasser, Madabio.
Yeah.
Then you get Kaba.
You get Kaba.
You get Anescoma. Then get Madabio, no almost.
No, you don't forget Johnny Paul. Don't forget Johnny Paul.
Johnny Paul, yes. Almost.
Look about 12.
Not to 14.
Oh.
We need for them ask them questions here. Why is it that from 1961 to now, we're not able stable? Is it God that hates us? Huh?
Even with language, not compatible to democracy. In Timini, where you go fetch for chieftaincy, you go Timo buy, you go Chimo buy, and you go fetch for chieftaincy.
Because
what does that say?
Our mentality.
Bendeman, give my lapima maindava. And you go fetch for chieftaincy. All the language and are fetch for go fetch. And can you imagine 2 brothers them in the same ruling house? Then they fetch themselves that they don't know themselves.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And even within the ruling houses them, before with Mankam, we always had democracy. Always had democracy. Always. But
make them be make ruling houses. They make them be make ruling houses because they wanted this thing to go around. Now I make them be make tribal authorities because they wanted openness.
Yes. So
even the woman
areas,
then they may get a level of inclusion.
Some areas then come to a consensus. Say we go rule in turns. So we not go fight. This ruling house go rule. If then die, then that ruling house, then that ruling house. Yes. Then even within the ruling house, the family together, then decide say, hey, now you're not the older one.
And go be the chief.
You go be the chief.
Yes.
Sometimes they say there are cases that when the person they overseas, then they can't, can they call and let come back home. for can't take the
For
throne.
can be the chief.
Yes. Now in which man
Except if
come,
he refuse, if he say no, and if the culture permits, the immediate person after him go take over. Or let we say in certain cultures where not they permit women for be chief, maybe the brother immediately after him, now they be the chief. Or if they not get anybody where they no say get that competence, then go look amongst the family, a cousin or an uncle, then say you go be the chief. This was how we people let me they operate. But
then
why
inside
did we
it,
lose it? Why
then
did
get
we
them.
lose it, Imran? Can you tell me?
Well, the colonialist mentality.
No, I don't think so.
I
I don't think so.
come because you see quite a lot of African and when they go school, they don't want to talk again, but the lion and the jewel. They don't want to talk about things fall apart. They want to talk about Julius Caesar. They want to quote Julius Caesar. I don't meet boys, guys, them where I grew up with, where they tell you places they know they wear a pen. They know they wear them. They see them as somebody don't call me host. Where is saying a pastor, you can pray for me. Can anoint me host. Where he come, the very first thing where he say me for bring down the African food to them again. Before he
Mask and anything and they will hang.
Yes, I get some village picture them. This that nice.
With them wooden things the way then they make.
Yeah, now they say that one day, nah, not for dinner me host. I'm not gonna get it lock what I get because now idolatry and besides village scene it signify poverty. Me for taking them down. Now that I tell her for say, I say, hey, this prayer I don't go right to because I already go down. I say that in an art. It don't get nothing for do with Godly business. This is who I am. This is what makes me a Sierra Leonean. I'm not going to me host me a Sierra Leonean. I'm not get anything will reflect me indigenous Sierra Leone. Me point what they try for make is before which man come, we had offices. Like for instance, we now we area under we get Abayangad Kali. That is the chieftaincy we tied to Islam. Because we not get secret society in our under.
Yeah. Parts of the northern province, then they were
Bombali,
the chieftaincy, a tied to Islam. Now then get there Alimami.
Yes. Then when you go na Marampa, Bombali
you
side,
can't Uncle Lily.
Then get Poro induced. So they get by another Bele, then by another Mena.
Yeah.
Their own chieftaincy is completely different. The hierarchy completely different. In fact, then if you have ministers.
Exactly. They have lawyers.
Then you come now.
Do you know the Power Society had lawyers? I don't know if they still get their lawyer then. They don't get lawyers.
They not get them, but they get advocacy. Are they candy? You get Ambangade Alikali when I was on Islam. Where they read Al-Mami, the word Al-Mami na Al-Imam.
Al-Imam, yeah.
Imam. That's not Imam, not a leader.
The leader.
So he is a chief, but not a section chief. Like where you get the paramount chief, every other secondary town forget their own chief.
Yeah.
So in a crown chiefdom, Palmami, they get Yalmami. Yalmami, now cases then we get for do with femininity.
With women issues.
Women issues where then get certain taboo them, this, that. You know, like when you get police, when they want to search woman, a woman go search.
Yeah.
So we had all them principles there. Then you get Padi Kali. Padi Kali, then you get Pakomrabai. Pakomrabai is the coordinator.
It's the kingmaker.
Yes. Now they coordinate. Then you get.
Now we say he's more like what they call now the advisor.
Yes.
He is always there. When things want to go bad, he comes in to give his views.
Anything will happen, I enforce the chief they call. Now,
Yes.
Inge for the delegates make all the other chiefs then come for meeting or this.
Exactly.
Then you get the percentage, the word santiki come santi. When I go to dump and case. Now, enforce the graph or open up the case. What they point them.
Either the prosecutor or
exactly.
the solicitor.
Yes. Now, in this, that we on Sayanda.
Yes.
Then, you know.
Come on, in most cultures, they may use a different name for it.
Then
but I would assure you, now, in every culture in Sierra Leone, in every linguistic group, you they meet this structure where we don't destroy.
Mm-hmm.
We destroyed it willfully. That's what Whitman destroy them, now we destroy them. We, the educated people, we overturn the system for suit we convenience so that we will become the neo-colonialists. Why? Because we people let me so much admire what was Western that when you go to school, then see you as the light, the beam, where everybody for follow. Rather than we take it as an ethical responsibility for doing right, we took it as a way to do ego trips and misuse our people.
Mm-hmm.
That the result we get so today, Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you will bring this point. Now I make a ask
the other
you.
Side. They get Kopusoya, the defense minister.
Yes.
Then they organize the youth then.
Yes.
For defend this community.
Yes.
You get Koprofanti and the health minister. Now, like
they talk about those societies that were attached to Islam.
Yes.
Those societies that were attached to these secret societies, they may get their own hierarchy and their own system.
They be modified. They were modified. Modified.
Because what you call the power society was like a university.
Yes.
Where people will go to train. Would they go learn for be builder? Would they learn for be blacksmith? Would they learn for be herbalist? Then they go there. And in those days, they were there 2, 3, 4 years. Some man they even take 5 years before it come out.
Some man they ever come out.
Yes.
That's not the Freemason. That's the one who are the Freemason. Yes. You know, they ever come out.
You now will see what I want them.
You know, like when they call them people in academia, when they say DSC. Not to all money get and people are way extremely powerful.
Special intellect.
Yes.
If you go see him, he go calm, maybe 5, 10 minutes, can't keep company, go back. He's always there.
Then you get the...
These are the things we left. We allow ourselves to be fooled by we ego. But we.
In like the chief priest, like how we get the Bishop of Canterbury, now in the crown the queen, the crown the king. Now in the crown the chief. But guess what? When the chief die, now in the river, then they change his position, they change. He becomes the regent chief. After he becomes the regent chief, when they crown the new chief,
go back to his job.
No. It vacates from that town day. You know, they ever can, they're not allowed. Because it's not supposed to get influenced by the new administration.
Okay, yeah. That was long ago they talk about, not so now.
You see, well now, you know, all kind of confusion. We have serious...
Yeah, because we don't put into things we're not been there as part of our system.
Exactly.
You know what those two things are? Where they destroy we? We look at we ego. Would they misuse them? You know that not me. You know that be. The second thing we destroy we never understood the difference between affluence and status. Okay? We juxtapose affluence from in status. Today, when man thief boku, he build house, he buy expensive motor car, he has status.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's what they talk about. Your status is determined by your role in society. All entitled the way they talk so, those people had those titles and they were not affluent. They had the basic things of life, I mean, they lived their life, not so?
Yep. In a socialist environment, then that's socialism. Yes. In Africa.
But they had status.
When they come, the chief
if
and
you
the
go,
other.
Just make this point, sir. If you go back and check most of the surnames we get in West Africa, their surnames, they point to the status of the clan.
Yeah.
When you hear call person Kamara, the status they refer to.
Mm-hmm.
They call person Koroma, now the status they refer to. Fofana, now the status they refer to. What was the job of that from the particular clan and society?
Them, they were waliyus, they were Arabic scholars, them very top scholars.
The Fofana and the Bakayogo, they were the ones who first had contact with the Arabs. Now then first learn Islam. Now I make them two set of people there with the, how they call them? The Sangari, the Njai, the Jakite. Their origins are from Futa Toro. Then you been get later days, you been get Malik C. When I be a very educated man in Islam. Malik C started the state of Bundu. That's where I have my origin, me talking.
Okay.
The Bundukas of Senegambia.
Okay.
These are the people you'll find today within that Binti Dibia, the Jazz, the Kaikais. Then the first Black Governor General of Sierra Leone was the great-grandson of Malik C. Sabaja Tijansi.
Yeah.
These are things we don't know. And because we don't know them, we don't even know who we are. I make today cousin and the fat cousin, fumble the fat fumble for waiting.
Let me
how much you go get chance for thief and billows. When them pull on a power, he begin the ask, I get house na Lumley, I they sell them. 323 people have a house at Lumley on sale. I say clear out when I want to start they go bill.
You know, I did a social experiment the other day. And I go encourage you for let you do the same, for let you know the ignorance and the sorry state where we country day. We basic fundamental like them one and the people they don't know. Do you know a lot of Sierra Leoneans, they not sabi their grandpa, they not sabi their great grandpa, they not sabi their great granny, they not sabi. The only person who Sabina, their mama and their papa.
Yes.
Then granny and papa, they not sabi them. They only sabi their family in just 1 or 2 generations. Most people are not sabi the 3rd generation, the 4th generation.
You know why? Do you know why? Following the opening up of the protectorate and the introduction of Western systems in the protectorate, a lot of migration took place where most people left their natural setting, they never go there back. Okay? People migrated to the towns. They left the villages. They migrated to the towns. Rapid urbanization begin take place. 30 days that they continue. Well, we don't need urbanization in Sierra Leone. If only we can put our development efforts in the rural sector, we don't need urbanization. You cannot open factories in the cities. You cannot do agriculture profitably in the cities. Nope. Go and build the rural environment, put electricity, put power, telephone and everything there. If that man in a village, if they talk like how they talk so to anybody in the world, you know, the left day for go sit down a city. The people who had Western education from 1960 to 1980, they never had time to look at these issues and critically examine them because all of them were full of themselves, including myself. There was a time I felt having a university degree, I have everything. So I should go all over the place telling people what I want.
When we did agriculture and social science, then tell we how to encourage the urban population to go back rural. Now for give incentives, encourage them. You know, they see at the forum, the people say, they don't come back na free talk, now for drive them, now for broke them, buffer them.
Drive the person. They not get rights to good life.
Well, these are people that went to school, did sociology, did agriculture, went and teach all these principles. Where is the humanity? When you talk about this one, it comes back to
have a big problem. I'm glad
when you bring this topic. It comes back, take me back straight to trust, and people they feel threatened. How you go work with them? You can't that man, he run away, come out to the rural areas because he not getting there for it. Like how will they grow up? If I can talk about this, very important. We then have Bo Sewa Road. Every evening time, we get for go wait for driver with the car when they come off Freetown because fine bridge not be in a bow. Pass with them to car when they go Freetown, and they can make them bring bread can for we. They not only bring bread can for we. Now yesterday paper and they bring for we because when they bring the paper can late net. So not the next day my papa they read it. So even
never see don't say how go bake bread low begin sell na bo.
You know, well, one power them they call Pafofana will be the near clock tower, begin bake bread, and the bread be fine. So then they be bring problems for me. Then be careful they send me from
Sabina power they talk so good one.
When they work they come all the time for
I think almost opposite SLPMB compound by the junction of Prince William Street.
Even then Nicholas there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look the road to look Nicholas the house. Yeah. Look the road, then the next house. Now the power they talk about.
Yes. And the road for go Coronation Street. So
yes.
Then if you think you want to pull your teeth, pass you go Freetown. If you want go do sixth form not be there upline and they pass you go Freetown. So you find out that even if you sick, they want to do X-ray, pass you go Freetown. So quite a lot of people decide say, well, all right, if that thing they are not difficult,
now.
They go outside the raw material, they are closer to the raw material.
Exactly.
So if you want the people to go back, it's simple. Get water supply go there. Get bread facility go there. Make the habitable. Let the people feel comfortable for go there back. Then go. Not so you go drive them, let them go. Now then go back go.
Mister, I am talking to the world from a place, if I compare it to Sierra Leone, a distance between Freetown and Warema. At the same distance between Usade and the city of Badgen. Okay? I have everything here. I've lived there for close to 4 years. I not ever get blackout one day. Internet, super. My phone, na 5G. Do you think it's impossible for us to have these facilities in Sierra Leone? No. It's just about building the correct infrastructure to make sure,
before that,
internet go to the last village.
Let I correct you there. Before building the infrastructure, we get the right priorities.
But that's a real priority.
We not get priority. You know, airport
it's a real priority.
Airport we not need.
Rather than we they talk about feeding the nation, let's create the conditions for people to go back to the rural area and willingly engage in agriculture.
No, the agriculture when they talk about some other you go to a garden, you go pluck cucumber. People they for plants. They're for plants. These guys are jokes.
Cucumber Even though winter they can summer keep plant cucumber if I want.
You know,
So now
it's just crazy.
You know, we talk and go, we talk and come.
Daddy, why did you talk? Give me 1 minute. Let's just do something quick. 1 minute, I can 1 minute.
Okay. There has always been an opportunity for us to make Sierra Leone. With priorities always wrong, because we they involve too much of we emotions in governance. Now we then have power. And me then have power. Are you the elect? Not make you God over the people. You were elected to perform a duty. You were elected to fulfill a moral obligation to the place you call my motherland or my home. What is so big about doing it? We pass for the fete and course all the time. What is so big about doing that? We pass, we for create enmity, we for hate each other. A place where all of us are blood relatives. It's time begin check ourselves. It's time we begin rethink. There are 10 commandments in all the religious scriptures we would read. But all of them 10 commandments here, we can shape them into 2. Respect the fact that there is a natural power that created you. You want to call on God, you want to call on Gewa, you want to call on Guru, you want to call on Kanu, you want to call on Allah, whatever name you give to that power exists. The second of those laws, what they call 10 commandments, is do to others what you expect them to do to you. Doing to others what we expect them to do to us is the underlying principle of democracy. If I don't want somebody to hurt me, I should not hurt people. Because when you hurt people, expect retaliation.
What did Shaka Zulu tell you? Shaka Zulu say if you kill somebody, make sure say you not left one member of your family. He say, but if you do, when they go back, then go regroup, then they come back for you, and they go come 10 times stronger.
Yes, I'm not trying no more don't talk.
You know?
Chinese philosopher, what in my name self don't say, in your pursuit of revenge, dig 2 graves.
Al Capone, ain't okay.
It's time we stop all this nonsense, Nasa.
No, what's this idea come out when
SLPP,
talk?
Let me just say this, sir. This issue of SLPP, doing everything to implicate APC or to destroy APC, I would advise we stop it now. You know why? The APC is not the property of these few people you are targeting. The Anescoma, the Samura Kamaras, they are just members of a big organization. You can do what you want to do with them, but you'll create so much hate and enmity.
No, you cannot do what
that
you can
it is
do
always
to them.
going to come back to you.
They come from a family, they come from a clan, they come from a tribe. And then get people that don't do
Minus
good
that, the APC is bigger than all the members of the party.
Yeah.
And there are more powerful APC that you have not seen.
People in the way they're not born itself when APC already.
Now, what they say? The mentality where they make all this they happen, law begins here now. They feel if they get rid of an Escoma, they get rid of Samura Kamara, the APC will be starved of finances. They will be able to do what they like. It's the biggest mistake they are making. I swear to God.
Well, the biggest mistake when they make, now when they come na power, the very first thing
I know they understand, say, even the SLPP, the people that were there in the diaspora, when are SLPP members, they get more ability for mobilized funds than the ones in Sierra Leone. When they begin look at things rationally.
When they take
you
power,
cannot destroy these two political parties, but you can transform them. And the only way we go transform them, not through peaceful negotiation and bargaining. But if you say you are going to use force to suppress one, then be prepared. You don't know where force will come from.
They start that with the mentality where they start with in the beginning, because that is the whole reason why they did not transition well into power. Because when they take power, the very first thing when they come with, the narrative was, now we turn, oh, we come take we own, now we own turn this. I not be no for saying a relay when they run by baton. They say, now then turn, this is the term for when they can take the own. Then when they come, them get what they call transition calendar. Man and they go grip car, pull car na post in the hand, pull computer na post in the hand, beat people there.
People know that them in taking car na hand front na cutting tree in 2018 and pull them and the motor car take and go.
Yes. And then people there, no, we don't know they work it. Then we supposed to shadow them into the new position.
In 2007, there was a transition that took close to 6 months.
Yes, that is the thing, but they didn't wait. Then say, now we turn. So then come immediately, then take over immediately.
They advise them. Now, you notice, let them stop.
You notice how they do even the inauguration. The inauguration, not to them is supposed to run.
Midnight, you know.
The inauguration, not to them is supposed to run. Now 2018, I talk about. The inauguration.
Now midnight it take place now Bintu Mani.
Now the predecessor.
Bintu Mani, was it or Radisson Blue?
Now the predecessor, now in the organize everything, he do his handover, he do his speech, then you do your first speech. But this inauguration will be get 2018.
Okay, you have them in Luna Stadium. And now I get you. I was thinking of the swearing in.
No, not the swearing in, at the inauguration. Now Fatima Biona organizer. She's not a civil servant. Now he organize everything, I didn't give the money. And by right, that the civil servants them duty that one day. Now those are the things they do before they leave.
Man.
They don't even allow an escroma for talk. The man at the camp, that was very, very serious. They don't allow an escroma for talk. An escroma was seen and not heard. They keep her at the back like a small child. It was awful. And people are not talking about these things. From the beginning, now in them jumble everything up, mess everything up. And now they come for can work. They're not able to do the work because they're not be get adequate handover. They're not be get the right transition into the new jobs them. They don't know what you for do and what you not for do. Then can mix up what they're not able to do the work what they're supposed to do now. If it's not they allow we for level rule. No, when I not be well for it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Crazy.
How is APC not allowing them to rule? Every morning, APC they go sit down and the minister then sit.
Well, the minister Magomago,
it's like today, I read something now on forum where the Minister of Information says Sierra Leoneans are going to the United States to block whatever assistance the government forget from MCC. That's one of the most idiotic statements I've heard from somebody who is a public servant. You know why it's idiotic? It's an international protocol and convention that every embassy where they run every country get a wing where they gather information.
The
Even
espionage.
Russia, the United States get a CIA branch where they gather information where the Russian government are aware of.
Espionage. That's the first role of an embassy.
No, we don't call it espionage. It's information gathering.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons why we not establish bilateral relations with a country, then for nobody una for nobody themselves. If we embassies them, not get wings where they gather information about the countries, the way they operate, now we on responsibility. Okay? Whatever is happening in Sierra Leone, the international community knows without even Sierra Leoneans saying it. Because then get the emissaries where they give them day-to-day update. And as a matter of fact, because these embassies and high commissions have the tools and then get the capacity, they know more about what is happening in Sierra Leone than the government of Sierra Leone knows. So, as a matter of fact, if the government is responsible, they should be getting data or intel reports from these embassies. I could remember when the RUF left France, left Libya, I mean, for come by ship to Sierra Leone, the government got information from France. If you could remember that Silver Sea issue in 1980, 80s,
yep.
not so?
Yep.
You remember, no, so?
I remember.
Huh? There was always this collaboration. If Sierra Leoneans go to the United Nations, to American Congress or whatever for go petition, they will be listened to. But maybe all what's in and they go tell them, they already know. Hey, all the people that we don't die within the last 5 years, the ICC know without Sierra Leoneans telling the ICC. They have their sources of information. So let me begin behave maturedly. Let's begin think maturedly. Let me stop for talk nonsense. Because that nonsense, now in the institute hate. And when you institute hate in society, the society, they build mistrust. Where there's mistrust, there'll be no progress. If you say it's the APC stopping you from governing, it's your very selves. There is a branch of psychology that they call self-sabotage. The SLPP, they sabotage themselves by their actions and their words. It's better they get out of social media. Because all they say on social media, now information where the international community, they gather. One thing they don't know, all the servers in the world, they are controlled by intelligence gathering organizations. All the internet servers in the world. And whatever you put on the internet, it goes into the cloud. It is always there. They can retrieve it when they want it. Even if it is deleted, they can retrieve it when they want it. If we say we want to make progress, let's begin behave with ethical civility. Move away from pettiness.
Well,
move away from pettiness.
All my one for score.
I think I don't hold you 2 hours, Saleh. We try for round up now.
Yeah,
I see you are getting tired.
Yeah.
But we need for do them things here. We need to begin to say it
with
as
all
it
seriousness.
should.
We do. We need
We're not here to talk about people. We are not here to talk about parties. We are here to talk about Sierra Leone. And anybody when a player in Sierra Leone, if we begin do better, because Sierra Leone is bigger than all of us.
where
Hand
we
over to you.
where we really serious about it, even when we get policies them where we pick na Europe or one for Karango, we go begin to sit down the thing say we have our own culture, we get we own society. Is this workable in our society? How can we adapt it? Then just you can't take it no more than Karango.
Can we scale it to fit our purpose?
To fit our exactly. And let we do a pilot. Try it somewhere. Let us see if it's workable. We just take the number can put and waste plenty money. So the
Because
reality
we
is,
cram and pass, we exam them.
Yeah.
We are never educated.
So another thing is, so we get for review quite a lot of things. Then what would they do? Review them, and then we try for do proper inquiry in the way them way we don't even think them. And
discuss,
we get for learn about we self. The things them way, like for instance, even in relationship they will not work. Salon woman they accuse you say you're not romantic. But when sick, you want to buy provision for her. When you give her flower, when are the romantic business? You know what I'm Because she's African. The African person are nourishment. When you sick, you buy Lucozade.
An
you buy
issue of perception, sir.
You buy corn beef. Then you put small thing in an envelope. That's what the African woman wants. Then they call, African man. Then get romance.
Man, in your romantic thing is when he is sick, you forgot put money.
While they with man now, they buy card, they buy flower. When you buy the card, you buy flower.
This hello man, we go out with them, now for spend money.
Yeah.
In this part, where you go out with your partner, when all two they spend equally.
When they spend together. So you want romance, but you think African.
It's an issue of perception.
That alone creates confusion. So we bring for you now the roses. Now you say I'm not romantic. I bring the roses and the card. You say, now this number you bring. Then I go say to you, so not a romance you be want, now Africans you be want. So now go make a decision. Where do we go? Where do we go? Then when the man sick, and they expect me woman for cook pepper soup, he bring and come, not for card and flower. You see, so we have to go back. And look at
provided if he can't, they say we sick. Sometimes it is no man that and do good, they don't sick.
But looking at it, I can just let follow we end up with the humorous side of things. But these things are serious. So before I tell you thank you again today where we come, sit down, keep on company and talk about the issues there. But hey, we go try for make we go begin to make questions and answer for let one self go be involved so it will be interactive because we know say there are a lot more people out there. We get a lot of knowledge. We want for join for help. We share. And if anybody feels to say he gets good idea, he want to appear on the show, make you not hesitate, make you contact Mr. Jalo Jamboria. We go forget people and for join we and talk about these things because we don't know everything. If you want
for can be part of the discussion, let we know. Contact me on Messenger, on Facebook. For now, I will get a number where I go to give out to people and later. Then when we're ready for the show, we will call you on board. We discuss the topic or they can discuss. We send the link to you, you go join me. They can discuss. Talk about we country. What you for do for make that place a better place? A place we get everything what we need. But all time now we for run, they can sit down other people's country. Some of we don't burn curve, we there on the way for go. But we no one go, we left the foundation, no build. Now build the foundation to make Sierra Leone begin for be a better place before they left here.
So before they go, I want to tell people about the IGP system and the Shell system. What's in the IGP system? None of them people where any government in power, the hand for the pan. Then you get the shell. Sell house and live life. Anybody will come, they're ready for do business with them. Irregardless,
Well,
they don't get values, they don't get principles and conviction.
pull this story, but then two companies then I know how they laugh, but some don't go do it.
They don't go wrong. Thank you, my brother, and have a good night. Famulem,
Okay,
now we come, now
Famulem.
we
So
go.
we go and we go come back next Friday. And we'll come next Friday. Now the same thing they continue. We'll not change the topic yet.
You remember
Because
that program?
this is the key to change. Now we begin look with society. Ignorance, mistrust, how that they continue for keep impunity as a governance system. Why we leaders then they behave the way they behave? It's because we the people then we ignorant of the facts. And because we ignorant of the facts, we they hate ourselves unnecessarily. We are all brothers and sisters in that place. If we get the knowledge we need forget, we go trust each other. And when we trust each other, life will be easy for everybody.
Well,
easy.
My brother, I make myself get for try forget his soundtrack. You remember them program in those days na salo? Kumbele, 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 o na mi yo no. Yes,
I
na mi
get
yo.
soundtrack
Yes, na
them,
mi yo.
but I get a problem with this now new computer I buy.
Okay.
The other one where I've been they use automatically like they talk so, and they able to play music. But this one, I think I get for go and study the audio system for know I go to connect them with the Zoom.
Okay.
That's where I have a problem.
Then the other one be say goodbye.
Maybe I go change for you Zoom. I go begin use another software. We go allow them for accommodate the music.
Goodbye, we on
the sound systems. I get the records them where I go put we not to copyright something.
We go goodbye. Then one other one be
okay, humble them.
Yes, daddy.
The two Trangaes mortal man them, they tell you na goodbye. This one with the talk, na name Baote Atamroko.
Na me name Tamro.
Okay, so na good night.
Nice night, family.
Bye.